You know what's truly amazing about Earth? No, it's not the breathtaking landscapes, the vast oceans, or even the fact that we can breathe without a spacesuit. It's fast food. That's right, the greasy, calorie-packed, utterly delicious concoctions that somehow always taste better when you know they're probably not good for you. But if fast food is so bad for us, why does it taste so ridiculously good? It's a paradox of life, really. And speaking of paradoxes, here's one for you. Imagine craving a burger while sitting on the moon. No McDonald's, no drive-thru, not even a sad gas station sandwich. Just the vast, barren lunar surface mocking your hunger. The price of lunacy, $236 million for a burger. Now, I expected a hefty delivery fee. I mean, Uber Eats might charge you extra for a 10-mile delivery, so surely interplanetary shipping would cost a bit more. But $236 million? At first, I thought I misread it. Maybe the price was in some weird moon currency that I didn't understand. But nope, turns out shipping a cheeseburger through the cold, unforgiving void of space is kind of expensive. And if that wasn't bad enough, the estimated delivery time was 3 Earth days. So not only am I dropping more money than some countries' entire GDPs on a single meal, but I also have to wait 72 hours while my stomach growls in low gravity. Well, I had already hit confirm order, and the worst part, no refunds. Yeah, apparently, interstellar fast food doesn't come with a 30-day return policy. If you can't buy it, build it. So rather than sit around and let hunger slowly drive me into madness, I had a bold idea. What if I just built my own burger restaurant on the moon? Sounds crazy, I know. But hear me out. All I needed was water, power, a 3D printer for construction, and of course, the perfect ingredients for a mouth-watering burger. Seems simple, right? Wrong. Because there was one tiny, insignificant detail I overlooked. I was on the moon, where none of these things exist. No farms to grow fresh veggies, no cows for juicy patties, and definitely no delivery guys to bring me late-night fries. I was stranded in the ultimate food desert, and my only hope was to outsmart the impossible. But hey, if we put a man on the moon, surely we can put a burger there too, right? First problem, water. No water, no burgers. That's just science. And while I could technically recycle my urine for water, I'd rather not. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my H2O free. Luckily, my AI assistant, Rico, had a better idea. Apparently, polar craters on the moon hold significant amounts of water ice. The catch? The closest one was 115 hours away. Yeah, not happening. I'd already spent enough time waiting for my burger delivery. I wasn't about to go on a 5-day road trip across the moon. Rico found another potential water source, one of the cold traps nearby, only 5.4 hours away. Much better. So off I went in search of water, hoping that nobody stole my burger while I was gone. Space junk and poop. On my way to the cold trap, I made a fascinating discovery. Astronauts leave all sorts of junk on the moon. Old equipment, broken gadgets, and literal bags of poop. Yep, because apparently, when humans go to space, they bring all their bad habits with them, including the instinct to leave their trash everywhere. On the bright side, I figured I could scavenge some useful materials. Maybe even some old solar panels from the Apollo 16 landing site. Bad news? They didn't work. Turns out, NASA didn't design them to last 50+ years. Thanks, guys. Even worse, some of the junk was too radioactive to touch, just what I needed. A cosmic health hazard. I did, however, find an old lunar rover, though its wheels were buried under a fine layer of regolith. And the best part? I may or may not have tripped over a piece of a lander, proving that even on the moon, I'm clumsy. Cooking in space. Not as easy as it sounds. Cooking in space required some serious problem solving. Without gravity, flipping a pancake was out of the question, and boiling water? Forget about it, it would just float away in tiny droplets. Instead, I had to rely on advanced heating elements and airtight cooking chambers to get the job done. With my spaceship doubling as a power source, I figured I could set up a futuristic kitchen equipped with magnetic cookware to keep everything in place. It wasn't exactly the dream setup, but hey, Who else could say they ran a restaurant on the moon? Now, with a working kitchen and a vision in mind, my moon restaurant was truly coming to life. The only thing left? Finding customers willing to take the trip for an out-of-this-world meal. The farming dilemma. How do you grow a cow? With water and power secured, it was time to think about ingredients. And let me tell you, nothing makes you appreciate grocery stores more than trying to figure out how to grow a burger on the freaking moon. Rico rattled off a list of necessary ingredients: beef, lettuce, tomato, onions, cheese, pickles, mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar, and a sesame seed bun. Problem? I was standing in a wasteland of gray dust and rocks. Lettuce? Sure, I could maybe grow that. Tomatoes? Tricky, but doable. Cheese? Oh. Beef? Now we had a serious issue. You can't just grow a cow on the moon. And even if I somehow pulled off the miracle of space farming, how was I supposed to make mayonnaise? Do you milk a plant? A robot? I had no idea. At this point, reality hit me hard. Confession time. You can't grow anything on the moon. I had to face the truth. The moon sucks for farming. The soil is dry, dusty, and completely devoid of nutrients. No atmosphere means no protection from harsh radiation. Even if I somehow grew wheat for a bun, I'd still need milk, eggs, and other essentials that don't exactly sprout from the ground. So I swallowed my pride and admitted defeat. At least my $236 million burger was almost here. Delivery takes about 3 days if the rocket doesn't explode mid-flight. Next time, I'm just bringing a snack from Earth. The moment of truth. A 3-day-old burger. Finally, after all the struggle, the burger arrived. I unwrapped it, my hands shaking with excitement. Was it worth the cost? The effort? The existential crisis? One bite and Turns out, 3-day-old burgers aren't exactly gourmet cuisine. Dry, stale, and borderline inedible. But when you're starving on the moon, even bad food feels like a luxury. But you know what's worse than eating an old burger? Inhaling moon dust while doing it. See, for about one tiny detail, lunar dust is basically microscopic razor blades. And inhaling even a little bit can cause severe respiratory issues, throat irritation, and, oh yeah, death. My throat burned like I had swallowed fire, and each breath felt like sandpaper scraping against my lungs. Rico wasn't helping. You are experiencing asphyxiation, which will be followed by cardiac arrest. Gee, thanks, Rico. Nothing like a robotic death announcement to really elevate the dining experience. Fast food delivery to the moon is ridiculously expensive. You can't grow cows in space, at least not yet. NASA left a surprising amount of junk on the moon, including poop. And now, thanks to my brilliant idea of eating while inhaling moon dust, I was about to become part of that junk pile. Eating while inhaling moon dust, a terrible idea. 3-day-old burgers are kind of gross, even in space. My stomach twisted, not sure if it was from the awful meal or the realization that this might be my last one. And there you have it. Folks, the most expensive, driest, and deadliest burger in the universe. If you enjoyed watching me risk my life for fast food, smash that like and subscribe. And hey, if you've ever waited more than 30 minutes for a pizza, just know it could be worse. Much, much worse.